Everyone, this is Theodore from Ocean Giants, and it's really good to have you here today. Before we get started, I just wanted to welcome any new subscribers and to thank you for all the support. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a warship, the story behind it. This is a ship that was built with limitation. A ship that was smaller, lighter, and designed under restrictions that would shape everything about it. And this is what makes it interesting, because despite of all that, it would still find itself in some of the most dangerous moments of the Second World War. This is the story of the USS WASP. At first, there was nothing really remarkable about this ship. It didn't stand out. It wasn't the largest, and it wasn't the most powerful. But that's what makes this story different. Because sometimes, the ships that seem the most ordinary end up being the ones that matter most. To understand how that happened, we need to step back for a moment to the years between wars. After the First World War, major naval powers agreed to limit their fleets. The Washington Naval Treaty, and later the London Naval Treaty, placed strict limits on how many warships there could be. And this is important because it directly affected how ships like the WASP would be designed. The goal was to prevent another arms race, and for a time it worked. But over the years, things began preparing again. And this is where things began to shift. Because even without saying it, another war was becoming more likely. At the same time, naval warfare itself was starting to change. For many years, battleships had been the most powerful ships at sea. But now, a different kind of ship was becoming more important. The aircraft carrier. Instead of guns, it carried planes. And those planes could strike far beyond the horizon. And that changed everything. The United States Navy understood this shift, and because of that, they needed more aircraft carriers. But there was a problem. Under treaty limits, only a certain amount of carrier tonnage was allowed. Most of that limit had already been used on ships like the USS Yorktown. Only a small amount remained. So the Navy faced a choice. Do nothing, or use what remained. And this is where things become important. They chose to build one more carrier, designed specifically to fit within that remaining limit. And this decision would shape everything about the ship. That ship would become the USS WASP. But this decision came with trade-offs. To stay within the limits, the design had to be lighter. That meant less armor, less protection. And this is where the risk becomes real. Because if the ship was damaged, it would not have the same protection as larger carriers. And that was something people at that time were very aware of. Some officers were concerned because at sea, there was no second chance. Despite those concerns, construction began. In an American shipyard, steel frames rose into place. Workers moved across structure, building the ship, piece by piece. The sound of metal filled the air. Cutting, hammering, welding. Day after day, the ship took shape. And while it was being built, the world outside was moving closer to war. By 1940, the ship was ready. It stood at the dock, complete, waiting. Then the launch began. The ship moved sliding into the water for the very first time. And that moment, the USS WASP became part of the fleet. But being built was only the beginning, because soon this ship would be tested in ways no one could fully predict. And that is where the story really begins. Thanks for watching. This is Theodore from Ocean Giants, and I'll see you soon because there are always another story waiting out at sea. Special thanks for my close friend Christian, who recommended me this video, and happy late birthday. There also would be a part 2, due to how much information there is. Oh, and I know you're watching this, Panda. Don't worry, your videos will be done, and will be sent to you via Discord.